Hello, this is Zico, your favorite cyber analyst and also specialist who is also good in ethical hacking. So today we'll be talking about a particular topic which I think is very important for us to talk about. Now it has regards your password, the way you set your password for every account which you have, either a social media account or your banking account. So there's a need for us to always put a complexity in every password we are actually setting. You understand? Make it strong and make it strong so that it will be impossible for we hackers to be able to get access to it or to brute force. Brute force in the sense that for that word brute force, it simply means trying to guess every single word um, towards achieving the right password, the right password which you have chosen, which is that week. So the reasons you may ask, why should I actually set a strong password? Because I don't want a situation. So many people always say so. They don't want a situation whereby they will not be able to remember the password. They want an easy password that will be very easy for you to be able to remember. Meanwhile, without taking into consideration the complexity of that password, making it uneasy for we hackers to be able to get. So today I'll be showing you how possible for we hackers to be able to get the password of any account or any login page today. So we'll show you why it is necessary for you to be able to set a strong password to every of your accounts, whether social media account or bank account or whatsoever that has to do with login. So there's need of doing that. So and we show you every single thing how possible it's going to be. Now, if you look at my screen now, you'll be seeing a login page. This is a website itself, a website login page, and you could see this logo here. For those who are familiar with developing websites, even while putting Microsoft there, you see powered by WordPress. So this is a WordPress website. So we are assuming we don't know the username and password for this. Now, if you look at the URL, you'll see that it's having an IP-based URL, which is not a domain name attached to it. This is because we are using a virtual box. We are using a virtual. We hosted this website on our virtual box, so that's for we to be able to use for educational purposes. So now, looking at this is a login page. We don't know the username, we don't know the password. So, and we want to get into this particular, get the username and password and log into this particular website itself. So, what we hackers do is that we make use of a special tool which will help us do what? Which will help us try every single word. Or before then, we make use of what we call word lists. Now, word list simply means that it is a file that contains the likely possible words that could be used as username, that a user can use as username, that may be considered as a username, the right username and password for this. So we combine a list of words that we can use and we can try in this feed, and once we try it, we press login. Each one of them we try it and we see if we can actually, if it can give us a positive feedback by logging us into the dashboard of this website. You understand? So we then tend to combine certain words in a list. Now, for this particular video, I already have a word list which I have already combined here, and the word list is here. So we have a word list which I've compiled, which I've already downloaded, and the word list is known as column.txt. I named it column.txt. So this word list, most of we hackers do get it from online. We do get it from online. We download it. So most of these word lists the ones we get from online are possibly breach password, which they have combined in a file. You know, most of us tend to do what? Go to different websites and we offer our username and password without knowing that those username and password we give to those websites are being breached to the extent that they sell those username and password to the dark web, like we who are in the dark web, and we tend to do what? We tend to use it for this kind of purpose of brute forcing or gaining our way into this behind this login page. So those are the things that we hackers do. So we have a word list, and the word list is column, like I said. So let's see what is in that column. The column text file has a lot of text file.tsc has a lot of password. You can see if we are going up and up and up and up, you start seeing a lot of password. So it has like, this particular file has like 11,452 words. So we'll be trying this on this particular login page. Now, take for example, I can decide to try, okay, maybe different name one by one here. You understand? Different way, name one by one to see if it's going to give us. Let's take for example, I try Richard, then I try an unknown password. Let's say I'm going to show you 12345. Copy it here, paste here to see if it's the right password. Now it says it's not the right password. It says invalid username. First of all, it's telling us the username we even put is wrong. So we need to get so I can try as many of them here, but you know, it would be very, very tedious to keep trying all this kind of thing here. So for 11,452 was for me to try 11,452 was on this page, on this login page. You know how tedious it's going to be. So that makes us use to Stone 2 to be able to do this. That can try as many words in less than a minute. You can try like 1,000 words in less than a minute. You can try 10,000 words in less than a minute. So that tool will help us try it. Within 5 minutes, you can try like millions of words in that list which we have given it on this login page or any other login page till we get the right password. So like I said, the first thing we'll be needing is word list in order to brute force, in order to try to crack any password. And secondly, we'll be making use of an automated tool, which will help us try it to save us time and energy. So I'm going to jump into let me clear this and refresh it back. So I'm going to jump into my terminal now, clear this off, then we are going to start from here. I'm going to start from here. So I'll be using this tool for the automated process with the first of all, we are going to try, if we try Richard here, if we try Richard or Richie, let's try Richie here and put a password here, 125. You see that it tells us that even that name, Richie, is not we don't have a user being Richie on this particular website. for this login. So simply means that we don't have the right username. Except you have the right username, then it will not give us, it will not tell us if that password for we impute here is the right password for that username. So first thing we need to do first is to get the username, and that is what we are going to do. So I'm going to use like I said, the word list for the username, capital letter, column dot tst, then the flag for the password. We used let's use test as a password. Now this is not the right password, we are just guessing this password, and we are giving it this lists of words that it can actually try to see if the actual username is in this list. So we now have the website, here, which is this, which we have seen here. So this one here. So we gave it the website. Now we'll now tell it have another flag, which is -elf, which is showing us the form of at which the login is taking place, which is HTTP post form, and we'll now have our -v. Now the next one we are going to do, we have a double column here. I mean double quotation as column, or it's not a column, but apostrophe or asterisk there. This bracket here within this particular aspect here, we'll be putting three components there, three details there. We'll be telling it this is the part, this is actually the website. And if you have watched my previous video, you'll notice that I've said something, each and every website also have what we call directory, and they also have what we call subdirectory. Those directory have what we call subdirectory. Now if we go back here, the login page here says this is the website's URL, which is 10.0.2.12. Then we now have /wp login.php. This /wp login.php is the directory under this website. So, and this directory under this website can also have a subdirectory, but this is like a file because it's having a .php extension. It is a file, not a directory. So we can have files under under the website, and we can have folders that contain, or directories that contain files which are under the website also. So I'm going to give this directory, which is /wp, to this login page because we added it to the website URL. So we add it here, /wp login.php to it. Then we now have column here. The next details we'll be giving is when we tried imputing the username and password, it gave us guessing the username and password. It gave us this error, invalid URL. So we are going to inspect the code here, and we'll go down to network, and we'll refresh this thing again and try. So when we refresh it, it gives us, we just have to wait. Just have to wait for it to refresh. So here, we'll refresh it again. I need a fresh page without the error. So I'm going to use maybe Richie as the username. I don't know the username, but I will just use it to see what error is going to give it. Then I'm going to use test as the password. So when it gives us this, we have to look at here the post request which we have for this particular directory. Then we edit it and look at the body. The code there is what we are going to do. The request body is what you can see here. So this we will have to copy it. Request body, copy it, and take note of this error code which says invalid. We will also need it as a third component in that line. So we impute it here, paste it here, and when we paste it here, we have to change this. At this, we change this since we don't know that is not the right password. So we'll leave it blank by putting this here, user, like this. Then in the password field, the pwd is the password field. Then we'll put this here, making it blank. So we are telling the tool to actually, we don't know the username, we don't know the password, so it has to find it for us. So the third one, after putting the semicolon, the column itself, sorry, will be the error we get now from here. While trying, the error we get is invalid username. So we want to tell this tool, let's copy it. Want to tell this to anytime it says invalid username, it simply means that that is not the username. So what we are telling this tool to do is that pick every word in this list, this column list, try it for the username. If you get invalid username, don't stop the process. It simply means that we have not gotten the username. But if you do not get invalid username but you get success message, that means you should stop the process and print out the username for us. That is the username. So looking at this now, we have, like I said, three column, the directory one, which is this another column, the request body is the second compartment or the second part, and the third one is the error we get while trying to guess the password. So with this now, I think we can start trying it now. Now we will have to time ourselves on this cracking process. So if I press enter now, it will start trying each and every word. Now I'll bring out my timing here. You see, we started from 121. So you see how fast it can do. Is going, how fast it's going. Now it's trying for the login, it's trying this name. Like I said, in that list we have 11,452. You can see it. It has tried 400 words now, going to 500. So check the time. We will use this timing to see how long we can crack the password or how long it can try how many words from that 11,452. Now, in less than 1 minute, it has tried 600, almost 700 words in less than 1 minute. So you see how fast and automated this tool can help us to try different words. So, like I said, this process will not stop until it has gotten a different message, different from the error message, which is invalid username. So once it gets a different message, which is success message, that means simply means it will now play. That means we have gotten the username, and it will now stop the process and print out that username for us. So we'll give it time and look at our time. We started 11:21. Now it's 11:23. So let's give it much time. So one of the major virtue of a hacker is patience. So it takes patience to be able to, for us to be able to get information. So we are always patient to be able to get a result, a positive result from this particular, from every exploit we are doing. So we'll wait till we are able to get the right username. Now remember, we are only just trying to get the username first. So after getting the username, they will now try to crack what? They crack the password. So we'll still wait now. So we're still using, still cracking, trying every word from that our list, our word list, trying every word. So we'll give it its time. Just give it its time now. So you can see now it has tried 2000 here. You can see 2000 was, we started 20 in less than 2 minutes or 3 minutes because it's 124. It has used tried 2000 and 2300 was from the 11,452 was which we gave it. So you see how fast it is. So it's quite different when we start picking each word from the 11,452 words which we have in that file and start trying it manually, it is very tiresome and it will waste our time. We may even get tired of it. So the reason why we used for it to be very simple for us to proceed, we will tend to use an automated tool that will assist us try as many words, like try many words in few seconds, save us the stress. So it's keep on trying every word. You can see it now. And this is how we hackers tends to do what? Tends to brute force or tends to try to exploit your password, to exploit your social media account by getting the login and password. We'll see everything here. So let's give it its time. Like I said, it's patience. We need patience. We always have patience towards getting the right result. So you could see now 125 from 121 to 125, 4 minutes. And if you look here, you see 3,000 here. 3,000 of this. You see, we have tried 3,500 was from that list within 5 minutes or within 4 minutes because we started 121. So you see how automated it is. And you see how fast the process is. It's just trying it one by one. So once you get the right password, it will stop. Once you get the right username, it will stop and print it out for us to see. So let's give it its own time. Give it its own time now. So we are waiting to get the right username. So we can leave this running and just go and get a coffee or go and just eat our food, get something to just eat while this runs until it gets its own. So this can take like few minutes. This can take like a whole full day for complex password. It can take a whole full day. For more complex password, it can take more than 2, 3 days, 1 week. More complex password can even take months, can take up to like 6 months. So that is the reason why we always advise get a more complex password. Get a more complex password so that you go think you can just give the like I let me use my Nigerian tone to tell you, you can just give the guy the we hackers more stress because I can't stay like this for like 6 months cracking a password. It's like tiresome for me. Why? Because it's that complex. Except I mean you, if I mean you, then maybe I have this intention of just destroying you. That's when I can decide to say, okay, I can take 6 months. I must surely get it. I must surely get his password. I must get his username and destroy him. And if I have an intention against you, then definitely I can wait like 6 months cracking this password. But if it's not much, I will not just wait. Now you can see we already have a username, so it has stopped now. So from 121 to 128, that is 7 minutes. And the login, the username we got was is Elliot. And don't forget, this is not the password yet. We just use it as like, we just use it for to force this tool to be able to get the username. Now that we have gotten the username now, let's now try it and see the error it's going to give us. Now formerly we tried the wrong username and it gave us invalid username. You understand? So let's try this one we have gotten, which is Elliot, and see if it will give us the same error. So if it did not give us the same error, it simply means the username Elliot is actually a particular user, is a user in this WordPress, in this website itself. So it's the right user. So I'm going to put Elliot here from here, then put a random password which is test. Watch the error. Now it says from invalid username, it says the password you enter for the username Elliot is incorrect. Simply means we already have, that means this error has showed us that yes, truly Elliot, a user named Elliot on this site. But the thing is that the password we gave to it, the password he chose and that we presented in this feed is not actually the password for this username. So now how can we get the password? So we are going to do the same thing again. So we go back now and clear our screen and bring back our command. Now we are going to change certain things here. First of all, we'll still use the same word list to find the this thing, the same word list to find the password. So we already have the dash L is the user flag, so which we already have the username as Elliot. Dash P, small letter P, not small letter again, we'll be using capital letter P. Then we'll be giving it that text file that contains 11,452 um, likely possible words that will suit this login. That'll give us positive result. Column.txt. So if we go further, we have changed that, then we'll have to change this. We have to change this. We have to change this to um, we have to change this to Elliot. Change this to Elliot. So I think the last thing we're going to do is next one we're going to be changing is the error message we get. So as you can see from here that the error message is incorrect. That is incorrect. So we are going to be imputing that error message here. So I'll change this from invalid username, since we are trying to find the password now, to incorrect. Incorrect. Like previously. So what I'm telling this tool to do is that it should try the exact, since we have gotten the username now, you should try every word in this file which we have given it as the password. For every word it tries and it gives incorrect, it should not stop the process. That simply means that it is not the right password. You understand? So if the tool tries every word in this text file which we have here, and gets a different error, different from incorrect, it will stop. So that different error can be successful because Any error is any it is not a different message, sorry. Any message different from incorrect, it will stop the process. So it can have successfully, or no, it can have successfully login, then it will now stop it. So, but if it have this particular message after trying any word from this place, if you have incorrect as a message from this, which this web application throws back to it, then definitely it is what it is not. It will not stop the process. To continue trying the other words in this list. So after imputing everything, now we check everything. Then we press our enter. Press our enter. Now it starts the process. Now we'll start looking out for the password now, since we have gotten the username. Now see, we started from 143. So let's see how long. The first one, while getting the username, we got it the original username for this application website within 7 minutes. So let's see how we're going to get the password within some minutes, starting from 143. So like I said, it is trying every single word. For all this word is getting incorrect. Because if it's not getting incorrect, if it's getting a message different from incorrect, it will stop. So if it gets a message different from incorrect, like successfully login, it will stop the process and print out that word which resulted to that message for us. So we'll have to wait for it and look at our time also. So patience is the key. If you don't have patience, you will not be able to be a hacker. So we actually develop or ensure that we are patient towards getting positive results like this. So if this process runs, the tool runs through the whole words in that, or the whole words in that word list, and without finding anyone, it will stop. And once it stops, that simply means that there's no word inside that word list that matches that is the real password. So we'll need to try another word list. We'll give the tool another word list to try, so that we can see if we can get that password. Now, if you look at it, the same list is 11,452 words in that list. And now you can see it has tried 1,700 words now out of that 11,452. We started in 43 in 2 minutes. Started 143 and now this 145. So give it its own time. So you see, it's automated and it's fast to try. It's guessing, it's trying to use all the whole password on this particular feed here. Sorry. Is using the name Elliot and using that word, each word from that word in this particular feed, one by one, one by one, one by one. And for each one that is throwing back this incorrect error, it will jump to the next one, next word on the list. If it gives again incorrect, it jumps to the next word on the list. If it gives again incorrect, it jumps on the next word using the same Elliot, because that's what we give to it. So it keeps jumping each word on that list until it gets a different message different from incorrect. Let's go back. That is when it will now stop. So we have to wait now. So I still put on my time here so that we can be able to see it. So we just hold on while it does its thing. So it's jumping each password, giving it that same message incorrect onto the next passwords on that list. So if you get a different message, then it stops. Another condition for it to stop is that when he has exhausted the whole word on that particular list, then it will stop and it tell you there was no valid password. No words on that list match the password itself. So let's keep holding and let's keep watching for the password. We started 143, now we use 147. That's 4 minutes. The previous one we did was 7 minutes for the username to crack the username, to get the username. And now we are in the password and we have used 4 minutes now without getting any positive results. Let's see if we can get any positive result now from here. Keep doing it, keep doing it. So this is the reason why you actually need a strong password. One, for if a user has a strong password, it takes much time and energy to be able to get those passwords. Now for this process, like I said, it can take few minutes. The username took only just 7 minutes. Why sometimes, and this password, we don't know how many minutes it's going to take. For some password which I've done, it took like less than 2 minutes to get. Some password took 5 minutes, some even took 1 minute. Like they within 1 minute I've gotten the password already. While some can take one whole full day, depending on the complexity of the password the user already chose. Then some can take like 1 week, some can take a month, some can take 6 months, depending on the complexity. To keep running through thousands of words, you keep using different word lists until you get the password. So if you are this kind of person that use only simple password, those ones are like a win-win for us. Why? Because it will not give us much headache. Within few minutes we have gotten it. Highest 1 hour we don't get that. We're just in. So let's start saying, let's just see how long this would. We're in 149 now here. 149, we started 143. That's how many minutes now? That's 6 minutes. 6 minutes. We are still on this without any result. So let's keep watching. So there's necessity for us to do what? The necessity for us to choose a complex password. One with complex passwords such as alphanumeric and with strange characters. You understand? That will help. Strange characters, the alphabet should be either capital, should be both capital and small letter. And we should have a strange characters with numbers also. And look at it, we already have one password already. Look at it. So and we are in 150 already. 150, we started 143. So that's 7 minutes, 7 minutes. We used 7 minutes for the username to get this username, 7 minutes to get the password. Now let's look at this is the password here. So you can see now it has gotten a different message which says successfully complete one valid password found. So this is what he got. So that is why it actually stopped. So let's try it now. We have the username. We have the username here as Elliot, and we have the password as this. Now you can see that uh, this is like alphanumeric, right? Because it has alphabet and numbers there with strange character, which is hyphen. But one difference is that this also is like a complex password, but not that complex because we're supposed to, for the alphabet, we're supposed to have like small letter there and so. And the complexity is, this is like eight, more than nine characters here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 plus this string character 9. So let's try it. Let's copy it and try it if it will log us into that login screen, into that user's account, into Elliot's user's account. I'll clear this off. So once I clear this off, this was the last message you gave us for Elliot. So we'll put in the password. The same thing I've copied here, I'll copy it again, then put it here. The password you got, put it here, and click on login. Let's see if it's going to log us in. If it logs us in, then definitely voila! Whoa! Nice. You can see now we are logged in. Now we are logged in as Elliot Anderson. We are logged in as Elliot Anderson, and look at the pages here. Look at it. We are already logged into the user account without the user knowing. So you can now see how it is very, very, very easy how password are being cracked, how password are being gotten, how your password can be exposed, like can be cracked by hackers like us, and we can get into your account without you knowing, and it just look like a dream. And this is the reason is that maybe you are having a weak password. A weak password can be maybe like there's someone I met the other time, he chose the password of 1 2 3 to 8. That is very, very simple. Some may even put their names to it. That is very wrong. So you can see that we've gotten access now into this particular dashboard without into Elliot Addis's account without him knowing. Now, what can I do to actually avoid this, to make sure that this does not happen to my account? I know that is a question you may be asking. The number one is that, like I said, make your password complex. Your password should be alphanumeric with strange characters. Alphanumeric means alphabet and numbers. It should comprise of alphabet, numbers, strange characters like this thing, question mark, percentage symbol, dollar sign, hash, at, and so on and so forth. Then, in terms of the alphabet, it should not only be just lowercase alphabet, that is small letter alphabet. It should also be mixture of, should have a uppercase alphabet and a lowercase alphabet, which is small letter A, for example, with small letter or with big letter T. If you want to do so, it should comprise of upper and lower case, and the minimum length of it should be 8, and maximum should be above 8. You understand? So it can be like 16, it can be 32. With that kind of password which I have just stated now, or which you have just set, as regards my own recommendation, it will make it so difficult for who for um, for we hackers to be able to do what, to be able to crack. It will take us time, it will take us energy, you understand? So, and one thing you should know is that you should not use one password for all your accounts. You should use several passwords for all your accounts. Now, take for example Elliot Addison. If Since we have gotten his password for this account, if he's a kind of person that use same password for all his accounts, we can decide to go to what, his Facebook, and still use the same password we have gotten in his Facebook, and we get access. So we can, if he used this, let's assume he used the same, you can decide to also go to his bank account and still use the same password, and it will still go. So that is the danger of using same password for all your accounts. So you use different passwords for all, for your different accounts. So if a hacker tends to get one account, then definitely he will not be able to get the other one, the other what is it call it, the other social media account. You will not be able to get access to the other account. And another important thing you need to do is that always set two-factor authenticator. Always enable two-factor authenticator on your account. Two-factor authenticator simply means that even though someone gets your password, he or she will still need approval approver. That means they will send an OTP. The account, the website itself will send an OTP to the registered user, the details that he has given to him, whether email or numbers. And that user, if it's the user that is trying to log in, he has to provide that OTP. But if it's the hacker that is trying to log in, if he does not have that OTP, even though he has the correct password, he will still not be able to log in. So two-factor is very, very necessary for you. So I hope with this particular recommendation, you will be able to jump into it and start implementing it on every of your accounts so that you will not be hacked. Once again, stay alert, stay security conscious, cyber security conscious, and you see me in the next video and you see more of this video, more educative video. Stay away from crime and God bless. Thank you.